Welcome to 25 and Broke, where I teach you how to stop being broke financially, socially, physically, and spiritually so that you can stop being a wuss and start being a winner.
Today we're discussing how much age gap is too much. How much age gap is too much, right? So this has been a question of mine for, I don't know, a few years. When you're dating girls, how much of a difference in age is just too much? And lots of people, this is a personal opinion. Of course, this is my opinion only, but based on a lot of life experience. Now, I'll share with you when I started out. I was into sports in high school, and I played a lot of sports. Football was my game, quarterback. And, I just didn't make time for girls. I had time. I didn't make time for girls. And, I just didn't have that interest yet. And, yes, I was totally heterosexual. I was attracted to girls, but I just wasn't out dating them. And I remember my first girlfriend, I was age 19. That was my first girlfriend, age 19. So, again, I blossomed late. I know some of you young whippersnapper bucks, you're so, I don't know what's the word. You're such good players out there that you're dating girls at 13 and 14 years old you are when you're starting your dating. I didn't. I started at 19. And I'm kind of happy about that because I was a little more mature. I still was a young, insecure boy, but I was a little more mature than if I was, 13, 15 years old. And my first girlfriend, here's the clincher. Are you ready? Age gap. I was 19 years old. My first girlfriend was 28 years old. How do you like that? I didn't plan that. I was just attracted to her. I liked her. She was awesome. And she liked me. And I bet she liked that I was, 9 years younger than her. I'm sure that wasn't a negative on her part. She loved it. So I'm 19, she's 28, and she taught me so much about life, and most especially, she taught me about women. And what women like and what women don't like. And I'll let your imagination run wild on that one. But from that day forward, I always dated girls older than me. And they were older than me by 5 years, 8 years, some were even 10 years, I think 15 years once, and it was just like, what was going on? I was just like, for the first, my early 20s, I was attracted to, these, women that were older than me. I liked that they were nurturing, they were just loving, they were caring, they knew what they wanted in life. They weren't all these head games of these young girls, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So they knew who they were by that age of their life, so they weren't into the games, and they knew what kind of man that they wanted, and I kind of fit that role at that time. So that was cool. And then I transitioned and I switched at a certain age. I switched to dating girls my own age and then girls younger than me. So I kind of went through a transition of 3, right? Started with girls older than me, girls my own age, and then girls younger than me. And, dating girls younger than me, well, man, that was a big adjustment, right? I had to talk differently, act differently, because I kind of related with girls older than me because they were more mature, and I hate small talk, right? I like talking about real conversations, and normally older girls, 24, 25, 28, 30 years old, that's where they're at in life, right? They're about the real stuff. And girls in there, 19, 20, 22, they're still figuring out who they are. They're talking about like BS stuff, how they look and taking selfies and doing all this stuff. And don't get me wrong, older women do it too, but, just younger girls are more prevalent at this. So I had to readjust and learn how to speak to these girls, these younger girls. And I was able to do it and very successfully. And, even now I'm dating girls that are far younger than me, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. And, it's awesome. Some of my buddies, at first I felt bad about them dating these beautiful, girls, college girls that are, 18, 19, 20 years old, and my buddies are like, dude, stop stressing out about this. You're at a place in your life where, you're probably getting to the point where you want to settle down, have kids, and do all that. Just keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with that big age gap of the girls that you're dating, but are they where you want to be? Are they headed in the same direction as you, right? So it's one thing that you're attracted to each other. It was good that I learned to communicate with them where they're at in their life. But then the third part is where I'm going, where they're going, or how long is it going to take them to get there, right? So that's what I would say for you is figure out, really, are you compatible in the practical things, the practical ways, right? So if you're at that stage of your life right now, right, you're 25 years old and you're still out there, you're partying, you're doing that scene, well, then you kind of want a girl who's also there. If she's like ready to settle down and get married, then that's probably not going to be a fit long term unless you grow up, right, and mature and stop all the partying and get serious and want to settle down. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're at that point in your life, right, where you want to settle down, start a family, and just be really responsible and kind of live that lifestyle. And she's not ready for that. She's out partying with all her girlfriends, doing the selfies and getting wasted and, getting high and doing all that. That's probably not a fit. She's not a fit for you right now. She still has many years of maturing to do. So I just put that in there. Think about the practical sides as well. How much age gap is too much? I think it's a personal decision. It was for me. I think it's a personal decision. It's your decision. Again, if you like the same things, you get along really awesome, and you have a similar vision as far as the stage of life where you're at, you're both headed in the same direction, then I would say age doesn't matter, right? Age doesn't matter. So I'll leave you with that. I'm Joseph Warren, and you were made for greatness. So stop being a wuss and start being a winner. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.